Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 4, as you can see, of Scarlet Hollow. It's been a while. Yes, indeed. And it's gonna take still a little bit longer to actually completely finish the game. For what I've read, is that this game will have a total of 7 episodes, and the last one will be revealed in 2027. So after this one, it's still 3 more episodes. So yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna take a while before this game's gonna completely finish. But today we're gonna start with episode 4. A little bit curious about what's gonna happen now with this game, how the story is gonna evolve, and yeah, we'll see. Here we go. I will have to find again how I'm gonna continue with this. I think with this one, like to recap before starting episode 4. Maybe just a recap of episode 3, because if I do a full recap, if you're curious about my previous episodes, there are on my YouTube channel. As you already know, that all my streams I do here on Twitch, I upload to my YouTube channel, so you can also watch them over there. So if you're curious over there, if you're curious for that, go check it. I can't even talk anymore today. It's terrible. If you're curious about the previous episodes, please go to my YouTube channel and check them over there. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a recap of episode 3. Here we go. I'm just gonna let it play out, so without even talking. Or maybe I will read them. Yeah, maybe I will read them. Okay. Anyway. Oh, so before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before. Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just want to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. Oh, that was with the house cleaner, right? You two did right by those kids, though. What a blessing, everyone getting out of that situation, alright? Morning. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Sven, if you like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. Well, isn't it Sven? Bo, this is Miss Scarlet's cousin. He was there with Stella the night in the woods. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. Hope you've been faring better since all that unpleasantness. And then we started talking to these guys at the factory, or the mines, or whatever it was. Thought you weren't going to show. I put two together. I know you're related to the boss, and the other guys are all riled up. They're talking action. If they saw me out here with you, they think I was some kind of scab. But none of them will listen to me, especially now. They all got bigger things to worry about than the single missing miner. I haven't forgotten about him, though. Anything you want to know, just ask. Tabitha stops in front of the small house on the quiet hill just off Main Street. Scarlets own most of the houses out here. We rent them out to employees. Just more convenient, you know. Your cousin pulls out a heavy set of keys from her pocket. She picks out one marked with a bright strip of green tape and unlocks the door. Come on in, don't worry, it's empty. Yep, he's a dog. Oh, that's the mayor of Mayor Jimmy. Judging from the series of portraits lining the walls, Tabitha wasn't pulling your leg. Every mayor of Scarlet Hollow, its living memory, has also been a dog. You can tell this dog is the mayor of this little sass and his fancy top hat. The regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been selected to, or elected to. Before you catch up with your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Whoever he is, you can feel his desperation to make a good first impression, a self-sustained and self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Sven? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. The music is really annoying, actually. The background music. It's like it's been slowed down, something like that, and reversed. If you ever like to discuss your beliefs, my door is always open. The basement is what you might expect of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to a studio. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with this guy. I already had my thoughts about him. Like, I would even think that the reason why he stays in the house is that probably he's also sick or something. The mom already said something about that he's having this illness, but I think there's more to it. I think he's maybe also like infected or something, because how the mom was protecting him came over very weird. Scarlet canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from the piles of the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. Yeah, Reese, yeah. There's definitely something off with him. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourself comfortable. We'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately. Haven't been cleaning though. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika actually picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes all over you with a sharp, fierce gaze. So, I was wondering if you could maybe watch a movie sometime this week while Sven is still in town? We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Rick is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in a basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stopped mid-sentence, winced in pain, and wrapped himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try to fix this. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Hey, you're here sooner than I expected. Hope dinner went okay. Hey, I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Yeah, and then they went into that cellar thing. Yeah, this previous. Yeah, I remember now. This whole previous episode was very confusing to me. There's like this whole weird segment going on. This is where I've seen it. It appeared on top of the stain. Cell pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around is stained and reddish brown. I'm going for it. Yeah, and then this whole segment was really weird. I didn't understand any of this. Movement stirred as figure clothed in shadow raised the attention. Who are you? What are you doing on my property? Before you have the chance to think, another door creaks open and what you thought was the ceiling. There you are. Yeah, Wayne was the guy that was missing, right? From the miners. It's quite a maze, isn't it? Absolutely crawling with these miserable little parasites. Bottom feeders. The sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. Forfeit your years, and you will finally leave. The smell hits you, that non-familiar, wet, unwell odor. What an annoying pest you are, but you couldn't keep me out for long. It seems you exhausted his power, holding all these bodies hostage. Must have been quite taxing. Come along, son. It's desperate, but it has no power over you. There's no need to bow to the will of such a frayed and broken consciousness. Leave it to fester. Stop, don't do this. Ween is cut off as you both face to face with the resident. Sorry, I can't talk right now. See you later. She's off down the road. Sven, why don't you swing by the tea room tomorrow? See you early afternoon. I'd love to chat for a little while. Come by anytime. I'll be there all day. That's so weird the way she said that. Why don't you come back tomorrow? Swing by tomorrow. See you early afternoon. I'd love to chat for a little while. Come back anytime. I'll be there all day. But you just told me to come early afternoon. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. The spirit of Charles Shaw Jr. has been put to rest at the expense of unknown years of your life. The specter of the night's events will linger over you for every day you have left, a grim reminder of the price you willingly paid for the crimes of a family you never met. Maybe it'll be easier in the morning. Maybe your joints will ache just a little less than they do now. Maybe you can still right the capsized ship of your now broken life. Or maybe things will only get worse from here. Things only wake up. You open your eyes, it's a new day. So I assume this is episode 4 now? And you feel like shit. Okay. You're hoping some of your strength will return to you after a good night's sleep, but you feel just as drained as when you dug yourself out of that shallow grave. Your limbs are heavy and your heart struggles to keep up with your movements. You feel like you've lost something that was important to you. Okay, so we have... That's also the thing I would like a little bit more, that they would make this a little bit bigger. That you could still see all the answers, so you don't have to scroll all the way, look at this, all the way down. I did what I had to be done. I don't care what happened to me. I made the right decision. I'll do it again. What have I done? I hope this was worth it. This is great. Can't wait to finally be dead. Life goes on. What happened yesterday happened yesterday, and today is another day. I have no strong opinion on what happened. Okay. I did what I had to be done. Okay. Yes, you did what had to be done. Who knows what would have happened had you left that ghost behind to fester. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. But your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just want to check in. Hope you're doing okay. Always want to ask if you heard from Stella. You check your messages, nothing from Stella. I'll call her. You dial Stella. Hey, what's up? Huh, just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyway, leave a message or don't. I never checked this thing. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. What? What? Wait, what? Wow, all these... Oh my god, all these choices. Are they crazy? Haven't heard from her either. I'm sure she's fine. God, what if she's in trouble? Maybe she's just sleeping in. Never mind how Stella is. The mailbox is full. That means that already a lot of people already, like, tried to talk to her. Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? Kinda, but with everything going on, I don't feel comfortable letting her run off on her own. We should look for her, right? Come to town, we should stick together. Looks like you're having your morning plans in order. Yeah, take a shower. You step into the guest bedroom and into the shower. Okay. The hot water suits your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, this shower is a good place. As it rinses your body clean, you think about the door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it, even now. You'll be going back here today, you're sure of it. Think about the specter of early death that now hangs over you. What? Oh, damn. Think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point, and what you see is terrifying. Think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. Previously, trying to scrape the memories from your skin as if they were part of the dirt that coats you. Think about Sybil's warning. The worst is yet to come. Think about Wayne and whatever you ever... This is too much. Like, seriously, why did they make it so extensively? Think about someone special. About finally being out of this hellhole and safe in your own bed. Yeah, let's think about that. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Check the closet. Make your way to the closet. There is no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative's creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone wasn't here. And judging by the residue that was left behind, you're pretty sure you know the culprit. That means he was in your room. But was he there while you were out the previous day, or did he enter while you slept unawares just a few feet away? Something to mull over for the rest of the day. It's time to face your cousin. Okay, you find her in the kitchen, her shoulder hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking. This week, of all weeks. As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. There's an almost cool confidence in the way your cousin talks about the strike. They're in disarray. Sorry if I sound a little bit off. I think I'm getting like a little cold. My nose is a little bit stuffed too. If the mind's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. You probably should get going, right? Just lunch her left, just forget about her. Yeah. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to talk to her. Long enough. Stay safe, no more hikes. But let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Deb slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up with a quick jelly sandwich. It says MIA. Who knows when you'll get a chance to eat? And who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a jelly sandwich in anticipation of the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The birds sound different today, muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seemingly to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it, to accept that this is how things will be from here on out. Glimpses of the pale figures dot your periphery. Oh yeah, here. Doing the... Interesting. Also over here. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path towards you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in. The light of day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. You doing okay? I'm old now, my bones hurt. You know, aching like this isn't too bad. I'll manage just fine. I regret what I did. I should have just left it there. I'll do it again in a heartbeat. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah, we'll do this one. The gray streak is pretty cool. Add some sophistication to your look. That ghost was trying to punish you, but I think it wound up doing you a favor. I really still feeling chill after everything that happened last night. You don't have to put on the front. Last night was a lot, I get it. You coming up to see me? That's sweet. Why would I... Okay, that's weird. Why would I be called like a flirt? There are ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. Yeah, I'll do this one. Oh wait, have you heard anything from Stella? Maybe that should be like be more upwards. I haven't heard from her, though we don't text much. I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. Are you really still feeling chill after everything that happened last night? Massage. Just tell you want to come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'll be coming late in today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time though. From what I saw this morning, there's already a few miners already holed up in there. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that though. Have to imagine Tab would have told you this morning. Yeah. Avery turns to the survey tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them. With their scrunched up little Sharpay faces. So, should I be worried about these things? I know they're bad omen or something, but like, are they dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take the wrong turn, right? No, but you might want to get some eggs laid in your skin. What? Not if you eat them first. I'd rather not find out. Does anyone in town have a flamethrower? You might be safe. Yeah, you're right. They aren't too big. We might be able to kick them around if you have to. I hope they don't get any bigger. See, this is the thing I don't understand. Like, you have like this one conversation now. You talk about the ditch things, and now you can just start talking about something else completely different. It doesn't feel natural. Like, I feel like if you're already getting this far into this type of direction of conversations, should they like automatically maybe remove some of the choices? Great. With something like possession, I kind of feel there are more upsides than downsides. There aren't a lot of people out there who say they've been through something like that. It's a pretty cool badge of honor, as far as I'm concerned. I'd be lying if I said last night didn't have an impact. I can feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually. But hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. See, and now you can't. Like, there was like an option that you could like see. Oh, you don't have to put up a facade. That would have actually helped with this conversation, and now it's gone. Hmm. Yeah. So let's head to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Finn, you made it, and you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted, and super foggy. Has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. Do you think there could be a rational explanation for all this? Is someone manning the general store while you were looking for Stella? Well, while we go looking for Stella? I'm supposed to see your mom at some point. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Damn, look at this. I think last night just pushed her over the edge. I know I've only known her a couple of days, but it feels like she has a tendency to run from difficult emotions. Is that the same with like her dog? She just changed the subject, but I guess this time she wound up literally running. Donnelly, I'm worried about Stella, and it doesn't feel right to be doing anything that isn't actually looking for her. Y'all sure we need to go looking for Stella? She's a grown woman. She's allowed to be by herself if she wants. Let me see this one. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today, but that she couldn't have told us, all of us, last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night, I don't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole new age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Take a peek out of Stella's book and just block the shit out. Need to be focused. I can't having all these existential crises. We have plenty of time for tea after we found Stella. You think this could be like a rational explanation for all this? Kanika sighed heavily. Rationally? Sure, ruining the reality that until a few days ago I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit. No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy majorette, sorry. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country. Or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for us all. For all of us, sorry. It would be a little bit more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Well, we're all the magical girls when you need them. Wait. Where are the magical... Oh yeah, where are... Yeah, okay. I read that completely different. Sorry, I'm a little bit off today. Like... me getting a little bit sick, I think. I thought I read like, where are all the magical girls when you need them? But it's like, where are the magical girls when you need them? Kanika, your mom's totally a witch, right? Maybe she's a magical girl. She's a magical girl. Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be great. Well, I still think there's a rational explanation. You know, aliens? I still got my hopes up that this all turns out to be someone in a mask trying to scare us out of town. Hmm. No way. She's just a new age crystal and herb lady. She's not. You don't think. She could be for real. Anything seems possible these days. But that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong. And my whole life has been a lie. Don't exaggerate. Okay, relax. Really? Of all the weird stuff that we've already seen, she's gonna like freak out because her mom could be a witch? Agreed, let's get to work. Where to first? I don't know. Stella's house, maybe? Yeah. Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in. That's what I'm hoping. I'm gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today, just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or something, or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. Creaks open. The house is quiet, the world outside muffled as you take a cautious step at the threshold into the muted air of the living room. You have a feeling Stella won't be emerging from the shadows to sleepily greet you. This doesn't look like a break-in. Looks like someone left the door open. Stella or someone else was in a hurry when they left. She's dead. That's all my fault. I'm not from around here. Is this normal for people to leave their door open? Okay. Stella? There's no response. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Screw going in there. Let's just hope. Let's just get the cops. Yeah, we should go in. Cool. I'll be brave and go first. See, this is like the stuff that I find really weird. Like, you have like two choices. Like, oh yeah, okay, let's go in. And then there's another option, just enter the house. It's like, yeah. Avery casually steps into the threshold in Stella's house. But aren't we all going? Yeah. Living room was almost exactly as you saw in the other day. Aside from the corner of the room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything's organized with a sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella, and only a handful of objects seem like they belong to her. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in the room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add the last part. I'm going to forget that you said that, and just to be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Okay, investigate her room. You make your down the hall, what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy. It's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Do you notice though that her jacket is nowhere in sight? It isn't in her closet and it wasn't on the coat rack in the other room. Check your computer. Not sure we should be snooping on a computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? You already broke in her house, right? Well, yeah, broke in. The door was actually open. Well, yeah. Maybe you can see it's broken. Yeah, breaking in. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm gonna shut up now. For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there. Like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. What if we don't find Stella and it's all because we didn't snoop on her computer? If Stella didn't want us to snoop, she should have gone missing. I want to make the rules. I don't make the rules. But what if she's been gossiping about us to her online friends? Oh my god. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we got to do whatever we can to find her. Let's see if this is password protected before we make a fuss about this. If there isn't a password, it's almost like she wants us to snoop. He's got a point, Avery. There probably isn't even anything worth finding on there. You're no fun, but fine. We won't snoop around to the computer. Oh my god, how many... Really? Jesus. That's right. Honestly, didn't even think about how this might be a good idea. Good call. Quietly back away. There are too many choices here, man. Jesus Christ. Was left open too. Okay, let's use this one. Exactly. If there's in the password, maybe we're supposed to take a peek. Maybe we'll find the first note in elaborate scavenger hunt she set up overnight. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. I'll just be over here standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Sel's desk was horribly cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't. Come on, let's go. Look for something interesting. Check or open tabs. Count number open tabs as well as browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows edge to Windows edge. Her most recent tab posts on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Excuse me. Hi everyone. Was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day, and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom said there was something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? And Bride of Bigfoot says, camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Mod stand. Clean footage. I'm some sort of cryptic nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchling is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Okay. Lucky Star says, guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? These things are terrifying. Gary, since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ERG. I don't know what that is. Hindepalachi says, I'm serious, I got tons of extra footage. Look at this nest. They've been doing something to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so this isn't an argument I would never, and two, they're not going to believe this, but we went into the abandoned mine last night. Okay, so hidden Appalachia is actually Stella, I assume. I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to get on tape. There's a link to the audio file titled Tommy Knockers Real. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that river running hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, dodgy white things and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an RIG. Did he sell out to Philsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, or I'm going to call the mods. Oh my god. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Reminds me to never be internet famous. He's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and unappreciated until the day I die. Check your search history. She hasn't been any websites since Tuesday night. If she came home after last night's incident, she didn't touch her browser. Aside from the expected search for Tommy knockers and Ditson, it looks like she's been playing a lot of Sarah McLachlan? Okay, I'll take it back. This is way too personal. I'll just join Kanika in the corner while you're wrapping things up. See, I told you so. That's that. Look something interesting. Fold and file names. Might be interesting. One folder catches your eye. Boring tax stuff. You know, fool. You've seen this folder before. You have this folder on your own computer. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything relative to taxes, and contains are never boring. You open the folder. You're surprised to find it contains carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes in fences and areas with low visibility. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an unauthentic, joyful smile, and Taylor's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Both of them seem to be living a happier time. Okay, this was a waste of time. Let's get out of here. Okay, I think we've seen enough. I've seen someone's room before they had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a little neat snapshot, you know? I'm sure this looks like a room. Any thoughts? It's a mess. Do you think there's a struggle in here? I don't think there's any clues here. Her jacket is gone. The Letterman one wasn't on the rack in the other room. It's not in here. She didn't have it yesterday. Okay, so she definitely came home last night. There's always a chance she left it somewhere else and we just missed it. But yeah, she probably came home last night. Assuming she was here, where did she go and why did she leave? I want to know why we haven't been able to reach her. I don't think we're going to find anything in here. This is what Stella's room has been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. There's more electronics, but that's pretty much it. I could use a few more. I could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimming after we found her. Oh, she still does those cork boards with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. Oh yeah, the stuff over here on top. This one. I don't think we actually mean anything. But they're more for decoration anyway. See, and then you have like this stuff here in between. I don't know why it's. I think it's like because this this thing over here, the frame is too small. Investigate the kitchen. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Okay, let's check the kitchen then. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple of cabinets are hanging open and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Gone somewhat steel, about as much as you expect after being left overnight. They were left many hours ago. Maybe she went back? It's a little bit, but it doesn't look like anything violent here. Looks normal to me. Remain silent. Is Stella's kitchen usually this messy? Would you call messy? I wasn't judging. There's nothing wrong with a little mess. Or a lot of mess. We're getting off track. Yeah, we're getting definitely off track right now. To answer your question, no. Stella's house has always felt a little sterile to me. This feels a little too lived in, if that makes sense. Though maybe just because I've only ever been over when she was already expecting me. Maybe this is a rare peek behind the curtain as the real Stella. The real Stella should call her friends and let them know she's okay. Yeah, let's just move on. Still alive. Got achievement. Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now. And we don't have any idea where she might have gone. I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in. I can't believe she's actually missing. We'll find her. Where to next? um... Check in with Oscar, maybe? Oh, nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so braced for sleeping in the house that after everything we went through, I'd rather sleep in the woods with a ditchling than some place that was that haunted. Your mom said safe. I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Magic, probably. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Another achievement, library card. Morning light streams in through the library large windows. In the bright daylight, the library is once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghosts, thank God. I was not for an encore. Yeah, it's gone. Just like your mom said it would be. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. I've always been surprised on how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in town just trust each other a lot. It's nice. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back to the annex. Feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of previous events were all just a terrible dream. This hallway really takes me back. It feels like it was only yesterday that we were last here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever. It was only yesterday. I know. Good morning. It's so good to see all of you, son. He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. The way Oscar says your name carries the weight of an unmeasurable guilt. You can see it in his eyes, too. What you've done for this man will hang over every interaction the two of you have for the rest of your lives. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please come in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night, though I suppose I didn't do much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night. Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me wide awake. So, what brings you here? Stella's been missing since last night. We've been trying to figure out if anyone's seen her. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you. Speak out a little. I really care about her. So I'm guessing that's a no. No, we have no clue where she's gone. Would be asking if she had. Being silent. Sorry, I know it was a well thought out question, just a hopeful one. I'm guessing that means you haven't seen her either. I'm afraid not. Not since she ran off last night. God, this is all my fault, isn't it? I should have done a better job warning her. No way, man. We want to help. Stella wanted to see a ghost. There's no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she reacted. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone's around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her. That doesn't mean something bad happened, but it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Sorry that I can't be more helpful, especially after everything you've done for us. I know time is one of the essence right now, but while you're here, I want to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate what happened to our town. I was hoping you could compare notes. It might help me narrow down where I should start my research. As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts. You think there was an incident event? Wait, you think there was an inciting event? What is this word? No, I don't know what that word is. I do. That's my thought though. I was never like this one in Holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff. If he stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only start happening once Sven got here. Shoots Avery a glare. No, we're not throwing Sven on the bus. But there's nothing wrong with being a magical catalyst. Sure, there's probably nothing wrong with someone being a magical catalyst, but there's definitely something wrong with seeing someone's a magical catalyst. People get the wrong idea. We're only a couple of steps away from the whole town deciding to shaw him. Nobody's going to drag Sven into a witch hunt on my watch. I like to think we've outgrown the days of running people out of towns on rails. I'd rather play it safe. Don't worry, it's not like I'm going to run around town telling everyone that Sven's magicked a bunch of terrible disasters into existence. What? But if there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be Lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Sven getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Perlin died over a week ago, and those creatures in the wood were already reproducing by the time he got to town. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Perlin passed. I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. It is a root cause for all of this. Sorry about that. Yeah, I have this little heater next to me under the desk. I just knocked it over. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to find out that there has ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. We'll fill you in on what little we know, so you at least have some place to start. Yeah, I think Sybil knows more. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Missing a team member in the cells fast. I'm going to talk to her today. I know we've been over this, but I still think we're barking up the wrong tree. Why would my mom hide anything from us? She has always had a strange air about her, hasn't she? It'd be interesting to know what exactly she intends to discuss with you, son. I have a feeling she has more than tea to offer. let's head out. Yeah, let's do it. See you around, Oscar. Let us know what you find. I will. Oh, I thought he was gonna come with us. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Yeah, we're gonna do the tea with your mom. With your mom today. Maybe she'll have some ideas. Sure, we can humor her. She's probably going to give you some rocks or a bundle of herbs for protection or something, which might actually work. Who knows? Get there only one way to find out. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna clean my nose first. Hello, guys. Guys, we'll be right back. Okay, much better. Okay, the bells of General Store chime welcomely as the three of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You were supposed to stay in bed today, remember? And hello, you two. Hope you're both recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom. It's just that Stella's missing and... Stella can take care of herself, unlike you. You need bed rest and lots of fluid. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on. Get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Sven about. I'm really feeling okay. I just want to hear what you want to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I should really lie down. Bye, son. Well, okay, that was weird. Kanika turns and head towards the stairs without saying another word. She didn't even say goodbye to Avery. Wow. You couldn't help but notice something stiff and quiet in her demeanor as she obeyed her mother's stern command. Yeah, whatever that was, it didn't feel like the same person who stormed out the general store just yesterday morning. That person wouldn't just do as she was told so easily. You couldn't help but notice an uncharacteristic firmness in Sybil's voice too. Maybe the relationship isn't so pleasant behind closed doors. I'm so sorry to be bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Sven and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Oh, you're right. I've totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Peculiar. Particular? Yeah. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask, are you a witch? Avery does not beat around the bush. As far as I am, that you think I am magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and a few unusual hobbies. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you could totally tell us. We're cool about it. I'll leave you all to your supernatural private tea leaf reading. We'll catch up tomorrow, son. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. As you seem, are you? No way I'm spending any time with you alone. Don't trust you. I'm allergic to tea. Run away. God damn. No, Sybil and follow Kanika. Yeah, you would like do this while you actually suggested to go there. They just follow her. Please have a seat. I'll bring you some fresh cup. Take a seat at a small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. I'll be able to do reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Pretend to sip your tea while looking for an opening to dump it in. Sip your tea. How did you wind up Scarlet Hollow? The day you promised to tell me what it is. Was it? Yanking me around. You have something to tell me? Just come out with it. Okay. Shit. Throw it to the ground. Storm out. Wow. Why would you do this? That makes no sense. Throw it to the ground. Okay. And the ritual. If you have something to tell me, just come in and see it. I need the tea leaves first. A piece of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me a full picture. What? Pretend to sip your tea while you're looking for an opening to dump it in. One of the potted plants behind you. Drink the tea or sip the tea. Street sport. Dip the tea in your mouth and pretend to take a sip carefully, waiting for a moment when she's looking away to toss the content into a nearby plant. Yeah, just drink it. Tea reading, another achievement. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. Citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal, and you find yourself feeling more comfortable. Your muscles relax for the first time in days. Tea is gone before you know it, the small cup empty, saved from what's left of the rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Unless you're mistaken, the tea has also helped with your condition, at least a little bit. You still feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. Oh, good. Glad you found the tea palatable enough. Palatable to drink. Should do you some good. It's one of my more medicinal blends. Now, on to business. Takes a couple of you, staring carefully down the sledge. Oh dear, that doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that can fit in the bottom of cup, cross, kettle, hourglass. All of these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that this all has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure, but we may at the very least be able to figure out what it is. And there's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in the plain sight. I don't know who the... How do I know you're not a cat? I suppose you don't. Though, I think the cat would exactly warn you about itself. Still, you can't rule anyone out, even the old woman with the tea obsession. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just to be on your guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We know from the ditchlings that something terrible is coming your way. It's likely that it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps you can try to counterattack whatever might be planned for you. Is there anything you've seen these past few days that comes to mind? There is the thought of those stones has pulled out the back of your conscience since your encounter with the mines on Tuesday. There are these stones. And then there was one in the mines and one in the house last night. And they keep giving me vision of the past and my family history. Stones. I think you're onto something. Visions about your family's history sound like exactly the sort of things she would want you to see. Who knows what kind of secrets she's trying to keep under wraps? Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think you might be able to find another? Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even you remembering isn't enough to tug at you, compelling you to return and open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. Have around them. I shouldn't seek out more of them. Those stones need to be left undisturbed. Remain silent. It's probably not a comfortable proposition considering what's happening around them the past couple of nights, but anything that happened around those stones may be worth if it means you're able to get ahead of your adversary and whatever threatens this town. I think that's all the help I can offer. I hope this conversation has been illuminating, even if it just brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. Thanks, I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. Hope all goes well and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for humoring an old lady and stopping by for a chat. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Close the Tyrian belt of its door strangely flat in the still air of the nearly empty general store. Go to the clinic. You make your way up the familiar hill past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic, its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. The side of the mountain looks really close to the terrace, maybe even close enough to jump. What are the odds that the terrace door is locked? As soon as you finish your thought about jumping onto the terrace, a dull throb sets into your knees. There's no way you're doing that. Knock on Reed's basement windows. You've aged at least a decade since last night. You should see if Dr. Kelly can give you a checkup. Cautiously approaches the house, kneeling next to the low basement window of Reed's room. You knock. There's no one in there. Reed must be somewhere else. Yeah, let's do this one. Play figure out the way to explore the rest of the clinic. Here we go. You open the door to the clinic. It creaks loudly as it hinges. The interior feels superiorly modern compared to exterior, though you can glimpse the ornate bones of the buildings peeking through in the decorative sorry about that. Decorative molding and overly complicated banners line the stairs. Oh my god. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. But before I can drag you too far into the clinic, Dr. Kelly puts aside her paperwork and makes her way down the hall. Hello, can I help? What the hell happened to you? You look like you've aged at least a decade since last night. Probably did. Sacrificed years of my life to exorcise the ghost from Oscar's house last night. It's a long story. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I think I need to see a doctor. I was hoping you'd tell me. I'll do my best though. Whatever happened to you isn't something I'm familiar with. The exam room is just to your right. If you wouldn't mind following me. The doctor directs you down a hallway, and you follow her into the clinic's exam room. I'm just gonna start with some general diagnostics, and I also like to do some blood work today, if you're amenable to that. Over, stethoscope to your chest. Will I have to pay for this? Give it to me straight. How much longer do I have left? No one knows where she is. Briefly remove stethoscope from your chest. Still's missing? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. I haven't seen her. I'll make sure to check with Reese. I know he hears from her pretty frequently. But let's finish this up first. Let the doctor work. Have you always had a heart murmur? No doctor has ever said you had a heart murmur. Before you can answer, she attached a blood pressure cuff to your arm, inflated with a few quick pumps to the bulb. Of the bulb. The end of your fingers tingle numbly as the cuff constricts. I can't read the first. I don't know. I don't see doctors often. Is that bad? So it is new. I suppose you could have developed at any time, any point since your last checkup, but it is something that sometimes happens with age. Developing one overnight, along with the new wrinkles and gray hair, it's not something that happens. The pressure on your arm finally releases. Blood rushes back into your fingertips. Your blood pressure is definitely higher than I would expect for someone of your age. It's not in what I would call a safe range, but can be managed. It's interesting that you're like Kanika and Avery and even Sybil didn't mention anything about your age. They didn't notice it. Or they didn't even talk about it. Let me know if you feel any pain. Doctor leans over you, using her forefingers to prod your abdomen. She says you with a gentle hand on your shoulder. Know more about the clinic. Really appreciate you looking out for me, Doc. That continuous silence. Let's check out your lungs. Can you breathe into this for me? Place your mouthpiece against your lips. Now blow hard, and keep going until you're out of air. You do your best. You can tell it's a pitiful attempt. Okay. Yeah, that's what I expect given everything else. Again, I don't have data from before. But judging by your age and what I'm able to tell from a quick once over, it's looking like you're equivalent of at least a decade older. And not a good decade. I'm guessing the blood work is going to show about the same. She goes to a drawer and retrieves the needle. Oh wait, no needles. Are you gonna feed my blood to your vampire son? What? Am I gonna wind up some research guinea pig now? Are you gonna write papers about me? How do I know you're not poisoning me? Quietly accept your fate. Wait for the needle to pierce your flesh. You barely feel it, I promise. She inserts the needle. She was wrong. You definitely feel it. Well, this doesn't last long. The needle slides back out quickly, and she puts a cotton ball on the tiny hole in your skin, pasting a band-aid over top to seal it. Vital juices. There, see? That's all we had to do. Not bad at all. Alright, that's all we can do for now. I'll make sure to notify you when I get the results. I'll send them to your GP. What's GP? You do have a regular doctor back home, right? Doctors are too expensive. I don't have health insurance. I don't trust doctors. Say nothing. I'm gonna take your signs as a no. Get a doctor. You're gonna want to get a regular checkups if you don't want some preventable illness sneaking up on you. You're free to go. You know how to find a door. Such yourself with cleaning up her equipment. She'll be distracted at least for a few minutes. Yeah, another achievement. Diagnostic doctor roleplay, something like that. Good. Your appointment is done, and you're free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You've been caught by the pull of object, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around the corner and towards the dark doorway on the stairs. It's been left ajar as inviting you to enter. You're in the morgue. What the hell, son? Squint seemingly unsure whether you're the same person he met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Seen Stella around, haven't you? She's been missing since... What? What? Am I interrupting something? Are you human? She killed you? What are you doing sleeping in the morgue? Just gonna pretend I never saw this. I'm sure it looks weird. It's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, practicing. In rehearsal, if you will. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of weird, dude. I see being among the dead brings you comfort. Something like that? I guess. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You can almost feel yourself slipping into a trance, and your eyes wander to the back of your wall, the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Follow the pull. You touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reach's hand gently shake your shoulder. For a moment, the thing on the other side of the blank white wall loses its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second there. You good? Make him understand. Why wall? Need to see thing, but wall stands in way. Let me aside. There's some kind of magic shit going on, man. But it's telling me I need to get behind that wall. There's a stone carving on the side of that wall. I need to see it. Please glance back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? This is probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in there, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency exit somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of her hair. Should take 2 seconds. Please, act now. Lead the way. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Sounds great. Lead the way. Be right back. Stride past you, his long legs move swiftly. He seems excited. This usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. Hear his soft voice filtering through the open doorway at the top of the stairs, a hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom, he coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I can finally try to keep some juice down. It looks like we're all out of it, though. Really? I thought I just picked some up. I got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some oranges and some ginger ale, too. That'd be awesome. Sorry to ask. I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed until I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll take it easy. You hear a footstep move down the hall, then the front door opening and closing. It worked. Chadwick Rasp has left his voice, excitement residing in the place. Come on up. We don't have long until she's back. As you step out the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you, and with your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire exits, so it should be pretty obvious wherever it is, though. I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the dock office first. You make your way to the doorway of her new vacant office. I don't see an exit in here. She's right. Cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. But something on the desk catches your eye, some sort of record, with your family name on it. Read the files. Stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leave your documents. Find something interesting? There's your family death certificates. Perlene? Your daughter Tabitha performed. Is chrysanthemum? Wonder who cursed her with that mouthful. Who said you couldn't read any of these? I'm definitely going to make fun of her for that later. Don't see anything. You knock. Caused that fall from cliff. This one has a corner report attached. Organs, 16 impact injuries. Consistent with fall from great height. Whoa, an actual autopsy report. Looks ancient. Means heart failure. Pretty normal, almost made it to 90. Died normal, odd person illness. Unknowns aren't quite as familiar. Theodore Scarlet caused a death crossing the mine collapse. Body not recovered. Signed by his brother Enoch. Just Scarlet. Died June. Both killed at Normandy in the line of duty. They must be Aberdeen's brothers. Delivered. Stillbirth. Mother. Caused death complications during birth. No doctor present. Home burial. Birth and home burial. There was some information missing there. Wow, the whole family did everything here, huh? She went missing. Complicated during childbirth. Signed by her mother. A lot of kids to outlive. Scoreboard. Reach's eyes flick up the doorway. Secondly, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hands is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening. You're pushed back and out of view of the front door. Shit, I'm not supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. You hurry to the closet, motioning you inside. You slip inside and squeeze yourself into what little space is available in their nearly full closet. Reach is closed on your heels. What does it say? Let him in. You let him in. Together you listen as the doctor makes your way to some room deeper into the clinic. Sounds of the tiny cloud every breath seems too loud, as if you could expect Dr. Kelly to hear it from whatever she was across the house. We better wait a sec just in case. What? Why is this an I really don't like this. What is this an option for? Flurry of breeze. What the hell? This has nothing to do with this moment right now. This is really stupid. Seriously. Wait for danger to pass. Then the time silence, both crammed into a suffocating closet, taking shallow breaths as if she could hear you breathing from the other side of the building. But the footsteps soon return. Dr. Kelly makes her way back towards your hiding place, creaking floorboards, broadcasting your location all the way to the hallway just outside your hiding spot. The footsteps return, they get louder, approaching the open office door, and then they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. We've probably only got a minute or two until she comes back, so let's make it count. The medical supply room is probably our best bet. If any other room in the clinic is likely to have a fire exit, it's probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down the hallway, slipping through slightly ajar door of what you assume to be supply room. Yes, there it is. Keys. Here we go. He rushes to a cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. Splash of brown catches your eye. There's a small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries, with a white, eight-pronged leaf still attached at the base. What? A splash of brown catches your eye. There's a small sprig of what almost looks like furry berries, with a white eight-pronged leaf still attached to the base. I have no idea what you're talking about. What's a sprig? I have no idea. I really don't know. The end of the sprig is leaking sap onto the countertop. It's fresh. Is it this one that they're talking about? Now we can... He stops mid-sentence as he notices you staring at the plant. Oh, he stoops to pick it up. Does she make her own medicine? He puts it down, but not before breaking off a berry and sliding it into his pocket. I don't think she's allowed to do that. She's not a pharmacist. This room is just for storing stuff she orders for patients from a pharmacist in Beverly. Why would she be making her own? Before you can ask, the two of you hear something in the distance and turn to listen intently. That was a door from the house. Come on, if you're here, we can get you back downstairs. I'll run interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. You follow Reed's instructions, once again starting down the basement stairs, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the... Oh my god, this writing, man, damn. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speaker, so if you hear some weird sound, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all the visceral clang you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can be good for your mental health to hang out in the refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. Just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door at the top of the stairs close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. Wall now, yes? Let's do this. May I make the first blow? You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? I should warn you, something spooky might happen when we break down that wall. Smiles, good. Feel like I've been missing out lately. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of the wall. Go for it. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. Splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from the forgotten passage into the already frigid morgue. Peach coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthly mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. Of the stink of grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. This be like another part of the clinic, maybe? This, well, I had no idea any of this was here. Entire hospital wing? Running away for decades behind some flimsy drywall? His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards a faux wall, barely registering the antique color as you stagger past it. Oh, are you okay? You don't respond as you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. There it is. Enoch. The interred man? I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'll leave me here forever. They said there was nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. What am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk with the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's alright. It's all sorted. I'm taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. Everything goes black. Your vision swings back into focus and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. An unfamiliar bed, Reed leans against the far wall, ending you with concern and curiosity. Hey, I was worried you slipped into a coma or something. You toned down the wall like a wild animal. I found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have had some kind of seizure. Is that a poster from Hellraiser? That's definitely Hellraiser. Look at that. That's definitely Hellraiser. It's... Are you okay? Wait, nothing spooky happened? The mountain didn't collapse on no ghost? How did I get here? Does Doc Kelly know I'm here? Didn't call an ambulance when I started seizing. I had a vision. Get going. Still missing and still here. Finally stopped yelling at me. A little tricky. The doc is on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine and she's not happy about it. But after I looked this up, there was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years. I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? But why would your mom poison you? To find distraction until it's safe to leave. Of course I did. Put a chair in front of it. It's never failed me before. We don't need her coming down here to finish me off or whatever it is she might do now that I know that what her treatment plan has been all these years. Maybe I was a little panicked when I found out what she'd been giving me. She was upstairs talking through the door, saying I should take my pills and I just take what a few precautions I could. It's not ideal, but at least it buys us time to figure out what to do. Yeah, this is also something I already noticed, that you have like an option to see something, and if you don't see it, eventually they will see it later on in the during the conversation. Should treat her as a serious threat. This might sound strange, but I think she's gone to some desperate length in the past. There's some there are these weird memories I have. I always assumed they were just dreams or hallucinations, but now I'm not sure. I think she used tranquilizers on me. The other times that I've gotten too unruly for her. I don't know how much of those memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instinct when it comes to the length she's willing to go to keep me under her control. Well, wait until she's asleep. Then we can at least get out of the basement. And we can figure out what to do from there. But why would your mom poison you? I want to be down. I want to leave. I'm leaving. Let's find distractions until it's safe to leave. And silence. Distractions seem like a good idea. See, this is the thing I'm talking about. Distractions seem like a good idea. And there was an option in the option menu, the comment menu, for to cause distraction. As you can probably tell, I'm getting a little jittery. Maybe it's a lack of poison in my system for the first time in years, or the fact that my whole perception of reality has been turned on its head. Probably a combo. It doesn't feel awful, just to be honest. Whatever. See, again, this whole flirt thing. What is the point of this? It's so weird. Like, what does this has to do with this whole conversation right now? It doesn't feel awful, to be honest. And then she's like, you can flirt with him. You can always draw me. What? It's so weird that I don't know why they put this in the game actually right now. Do whatever it is you do to kill time, preferably something that'll help you ignore my mounting anxiety. Just go with the flow. We could always watch a movie. I'm really into horror movies, and I'm sure you could tell. It has been so long since I had somebody over to watch one with me. You know, I've been wanting to share Shion Nishi, Dead Blood, with someone for years. Reese gets a movie set up and joins you on the bed. Let me know if it gets too much for you. I'm not a great judge of how other people react to the sort of things I watch, but I definitely don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a slow burn of a movie, but the dread is managing to build its pulpal in the room. Or maybe that's just how it feels down here all the time. What with the grisly painting's lack of lighting, cinder blocks walls, and of course the fact that the woman currently lurking upstairs had been poisoning her son since his teens. I've seen a couple of this director's other films, and they're all interested, though this is probably the best introduction to his work. The way he jump cuts to seemingly unrelated TV shows, recordings that then wind up tying back into narratives, adds a level of realism and depth to the narrative that I find really engrossing. It's found footage used to its fullest. I can't believe it'll be just do things from here on out, like watch movie with other person, or talk to people ever. You can hear a different energy now that Reeves hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's uncharacteristically chatty, clearly not used to talking to another person, let alone when he has the energy to carry on long conversations. Oh my god, I'm getting so annoyed with this. Seriously, has no place to it. Why it has to be this gayness in the, like, if I can see it like this, why does this have to be in the game right now? I'm glad you're able to have a social life. I'm happy to be part of it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we have to get out of this basement. Shh, I'm watching the movie. Yeah, let's do this one. That's true. I shouldn't be counting my chickens. We still have to get past the woman's upstairs. He tenses his back, straightening, his muscle clenching as he reminded of the obstacle. Hopefully we can just wait her out. If not, he trails off. But his features soften as he once again immerses himself in the film. A man on the screen yells points of doom onto the camera, trailing off into a wordless scream. The plot is really heating up. I love that there's all these different distinct sort of vignettes, little pockets of horror that affect a small number of people, and only once you start to see how they fit together can you realize some fundamental horror about the universe. And then that horror sees you back, incredible, cosmic horror in the truest sense. Reese has become very animated. It's probably safe to assume that he's dealing with a lot of extra adrenaline right now, what with his entire reality turning out to be a lie. But he's also talking over the movie. Reese, are you feeling okay? You know, I think I better get going. Talking to him is fine, let him. He's just excited. There's a knock on the window. Oh, son, don't get me any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. Voice. I know that voice. Is that who's been following you around? Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. Upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. I don't need you to protect me. I think you may be overreacting. That's only because you don't know what kind of danger you're in. I know what it's like to have my life stolen by someone else. It destroys you in every way, but I'm not weak anymore. No more cowering. If someone tries to hurt me, I should hurt them back. And I can do the same for you, son. We're in this together. The window shatters. As Reese stares, eyes closed, paint bubbles out from the canvases. His ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone. What the hell? In surge of violence, the change that has been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off and Wayne along with it. Run for the stairs. See enough to know that you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. Then it's blocked by something else too. You toss the stair out of the way and do the best to tear through the substance covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reed's painting awaits their artist's command. It's okay, stay right there. I can take care of this. Then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Reed storms up the stairs, leaving you with the smears. The smears? Call Tabitha for help. Have you gotten yourself into now? Danger, there's a monster on the loose. What? Don't move a muscle, I'm coming to get you. Your cousin hangs up the phone. Try and warn Dr. Kelly. You're not sure who to help. Best of all, reach and see how things play out. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement of the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. You grasp the handle and turn. Dr. Kelly emerges from the shadow and levels a firearm in your direction. You instantly notice it's not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck! You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud, it's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see the dart embed in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out of his chest, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're going to have to try harder than that, you... Now, how did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese panic, pulling in the mob furious smears to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away. but the smears continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway, and Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of paint. Run after Dr. Kelly. You run forward, braving the onslaught of smears, dodging them as best as you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. Door in front of you is smothered in paint. Hey! Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You, Sven. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here. But you can help the both of us. I'm sure Wayne can handle this. I'm not helping you. You were poisoning him. You deserve to pay the price. What? So you can keep poisoning him forever? You survived. What's going on? I think you can probably put that together. I need to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions when you're there. Okay. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. What the hell is going on right now? I'm here. Great, now listen to me. I need to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled Carfentanil? Carfentanil. Bear tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. Oh crap. Intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Sven, you don't have to do anything, she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers. Did I hear that right? And shove me back down the basement, or maybe someplace even worse. Keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. Feel amazing right now, better than I've ever felt in my life. Yeah, because now his true form came out. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to finally pay for what she's been taking from me. I feel like I should get in the middle of this. I just want to go home. I'm on the reach side. Sorry, Doc Kelly. He has a point, Doc. Be serious. Look at him. He's dangerous. He's going to kill me. You don't want to talk, Doc. How can we know isn't anyone else whose treatment you've taken into your own hands? You've done it once. What's to stop you from lying to someone else, stepping into a threat, and to treat them as you see fit, regardless of what they want for themselves? I thought I was going to die every day. Do you have any idea what it's like to give in to your own mortality like that? It wasn't living, that's for sure. It wasn't even surviving. It was just... Wayne is right behind. Enough! He cries out in pain. What did you do to my shoulder? You see, for the briefest instant, something coming out of Reed's sleeve. Just a flash of pale yellow. Then it's gone, slithering back into Wayne's clothing. I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. See, like, it doesn't matter if I choose to use that option of commentary. It's gonna happen either way. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizer and head to the safe room. You do as she says. Tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black paint tape to match the key. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the massive paint, sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her in the safe room. Slip past her. She stomps on it. Paint viscery splatters across the cement floor. Please and your friends are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. You didn't want me to the door after my exam earlier. You must have known I might have gone looking for something. Why didn't you make me leave? Let's talk, Reese. Well, we're at it. Any other secrets you're keeping? Maybe if you both survive, I might decide to share a few more. If you don't go tattling to anybody. Yeah, but I bet you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing left to hide. How did he not know what he was? Why did you start poisoning him? What is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. It'd be fascinating to know what happened to him, what happens to him, or how his body does it. But he seems pretty well hell bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess I'll just have to remain a mystery. When did you find out? Well, after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thickened nails, sharp teeth, out of his ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out as few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches. Some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared. He could see that and he stopped. I thought it was one off or maybe hallucination. But the second time it wasn't as subtle. And it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. Was that similar? Strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Scarlet's face. I wish I knew. We just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor. For Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then all of a sudden my periods stopped. I got morning sickness and roughly 9 months later, Reese popped out. Yeah. Let's leave it at that. So what's the game plan? Well, I'll pump him full of elephant tranquilizer, then I'll lock him up in here. Then I should somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily after. So the silent wait for Reese, yeah. Breaking glass cuts through sounds of a clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Oh yeah, because I called capitals. Oh crap. What the hell is this? Is this what you were so afraid of? I never drank. This is our shot. Oh, it's Tabitha! Bud is thrown to the wall, shotgun in hand. Your cousin rounds the corner and trains a weapon, riding body. You doing? Stop it! Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you just saying that thing was trying to kill you? Yeah, end it. It was bad this way. There was no way that he had to live like this. Your cousin fires off another round. She paused to reload. Then she fires again. And then again. You two, help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. The three of you stand around Reese's mangled, still twitching body. You can see the way he's trying to stitch himself back together. Tendrils of flesh meeting and joining. The clicks and pops of bones snapping back together and the horrific wet sound of meat resealing. Oh, he's like regenerating himself? Your cousin poured gasoline over his body. Then she lights a match. He screams as he erupts into flames. It's inhuman, the ruins of his face incapable of making any recognizable sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then stops. In his absence, there is only the roaring of flames and the sobbing of his mother, staring down at the writhing, burning body of what once was her son. I always knew there was something off about that kid. He had a weird smell. His suffering is over now, Dr. Kelly. This is a good thing. Don't you dare say that to me while my son is burning in front of me. I don't care where he was. He's gone now, and you're trying to comfort me is just... That fresh wound, don't bother. He wasn't even human. You shouldn't be so broken up about some wild animal that had every intention of killing you. He was human. I did test, genetically. He was no different from us. And he was an incredible artist. And he was thoughtful, kind, and most importantly, he was my son. Falls down, the flames dancing across her tear-streaked face. I'm sorry, Joan. And the krill smell hangs in the air, the stink of burning flesh staining your nostrils. But he's gone. There's only a carried pile of ashes bones where his writhing body once lay. Nothing moves. Nothing tries to mend itself. There is nothing left to be mended. I'm going to bed. Now a word of this to anyone, or there will be hell to pay. You don't have to tell me twice. Dr. L starts back down the hill towards the clinic, leaving the two of you next to the smoldering ashes. I'm parked down the hill. Let's go get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like burning corpse. You follow Tabitha down the hill towards her car. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked. Yeah, we already know this. Among the sleepy houses, Scarlet howls a residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Every other time you've gotten into trouble, Stella's been with you. Where is she? She's been missing since last night. She what? Why didn't you tell me? God, forget it. Let's just go home. We'll look for her tomorrow. You and Tabitha quietly return to your estate, both of you impossible, exhausted by a day's event. I've got to crash. I'll see you tomorrow. She heads to the bed without another word. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. As your eyes sink, you realize that something smells off about the room. It smells rotten. You jolt awake as the door creaks. Don't look so frightened. I was just going to say goodnight. And to give you a word of advice. Tabitha won't be around tomorrow, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you. And you might be surprised on what you find. Until then, sleep well. Pause at the door. Yes? Did you know Reese was like... Did you do something to Stella? I didn't have to. She didn't have it in her to stand by your side. Remember that if you find her, she won't be there if you need her. flirt with Wayne. Gee, I'm gonna flirt with everybody or what? Jesus. I'm gonna sleep now. Yeah, okay. Wayne leaves your room and closes the door behind you. The damp smell of the mattress starting to become almost welcoming. A sigh that the now daily horrors of Skull Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes and your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese and the way his mangled but still living body rinsed in his funeral pyre. And then you think of nothing. And this was the end of episode 4. Wow, very interesting. At least a little bit better than the previous one. But I did notice that there were like a lot more options that felt like a bit like they weren't really in place. Like there was no point in doing that, or just for the sake of talking more, of expanding the conversations to other directions. The whole part that you had the choice to actually flirt with the character was totally not necessary. I think it really has no point in doing so. But besides that, yeah, I really liked it. I liked that finally we got like a little bit more explanation with Reese. I knew there was something going on with him. Um, so I'm really glad that that's also cleared out. Maybe in episode 4 we'll have like more answers to what really was going on. Um, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed it much more than the episode 3. Um, because I like this more because they stick to the point. And of course, I assume that in episode 5 we'll be talking more with Tabitha and with Avery and Kanika about this whole situation now with Reese and what is going on. Then probably we'll also talk more with Dr. Kelly about what's going on. Maybe they'll come together with Oscar. So yeah, there's a different view now, a lot more options to go to. So yeah, I don't know when episode 5 will be coming out. Maybe somewhere at the end of next year or late next year, maybe. Um, so yeah, if you enjoy it, then thank you very much for watching. Again, I will be uploading this to my YouTube in a couple of days. So if you're curious about the other episodes, go check them out on my YouTube channel. They're all over there. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.